I'm always amazed at the various tunes and signals that the phones give out when they're beeping. We have coffee and bottled water available in the back, and the restrooms are in the building that's kitty corner right over there. You're welcome to look at our library books, and we ask for a $1 donation to check out a book, and you can keep it for up to 6 months. But remember, it's only on loan. We also have a healing book in which you are welcome to add the names of people who you would like to see healing, but they can't get to the service. On the opposite page, put the names of those who have recently crossed over to the other side. If you're new to billets, on the third Sunday, we ask that you ask a question of spirit and write it on a paper, and then identify it with a personal symbol. Since today is the first, we're not going to be doing that. Let us stand, and we're going to sing the opening hymn, and then remain standing for the invocation.
What's the opening hymn?
Page 155.
155, In the Garden. Yay! So, that's in the Ingold books. It's not hooked up. Bluetooth. Connected.
I come to the garden alone, while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear singing on my ear, the Son of God is calling, and he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. He speaks, and the sound of his voice is so sweet, the birds hush their singing, and the melody that he gave to me within my heart is singing. And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. I'd stay in the garden with him, though the night around me be falling, but he bids me go through the voice of hope. His voice to me is calling, and he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other shall ever know. We come together to brighten our own spiritual lights in your presence. We thank you for the opportunities to learn our life lessons for better understanding of your unconditional love. We abide by the laws of nature and recognize their value. We understand the quest for spirituality may not be easy, but it is worthwhile. We thank you for providing a place for us to learn. We thank you for providing companions along the way. We ask that our spirit guides and loved ones draw close to us and be with us throughout the service. Please be seated. And now, we're going to be reading the Declaration of Principles, and they can be found on the inside cover of your book. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact, scientifically proven by the phenomena of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We affirm the moral responsibility of individuals, and that we make our own happiness or unhappiness as we obey or disobey nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any soul, here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing are divine attributes proven through mediumship. Sometimes we are at a loss for, what should I meditate on? Well, take one of the principles, and as you sit there, you'll find that you'll be getting more and more information. The healing portion of our service will be led by Avery. And this is the time now that if you weren't able to put names in the healing book, please do so now.
We have a healing book for those who are unable to attend the service. If you know someone who you feel could use a healing and you have not done so, please add their name to the list now. As part of the healing service, we will be singing the healing hymn and reciting the healing prayer. I will then ask the spiritual healers to station themselves at the healing chairs and invite those of you who wish to receive a personal healing. If you would like the healing, but would have trouble getting to one of our healing chairs, please raise your hand and a healer will come to you. Please be aware that healing is about working energies provided by spirits who have chosen to be healing mediums to send their healing energy through. In order to become a certified commissioned healer, practicing healers need to provide at least 3 affidavits. If you feel you have received some benefits of healing, we ask that you fill out one of our affidavits to help them. Currently, myself, Charles, and Reverend Xander Decker need at least 3 affidavits. I ask that you please remain seated as we now recite the healing hymn to help us get into the higher vibration of healing space and energy. The healing hymn will be hymn number 109. He healeth me, verses 1 and 2. Healeth me, O blessed God, O words with heavenly comfort fraught. Whatever I do, wherever I be, still 'tis thy love that healeth me. Lord, I would feel thy life inclined to fill my soul with love divine, to bind me closer still to thee, since 'tis thy love that healeth me. Let us now recite the healing prayer found in the hymnal books on the very front page. I ask this great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body, and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones, whoever need help, and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and power of God. I will now ask the spiritual healers to take the places as the healing chairs are now open for those who wish to receive a hands-on healing. The healers will ask your permission for a laying on of hands and will only touch your shoulders. If you do not feel comfortable with someone touching your shoulders, please let them know, and the healers will adjust themselves to make no contact. Hands are the focal point of spiritual energy coming from the spirit world and passing through the healer's hands into the one requesting to be healed. It is helpful for the one in need to be mindful of the gift being shared and to think of themselves as being restored by this action. And for the rest of us, I would like to offer a meditation, and it is recommended that you keep your legs and arms unfolded, and while in a sitting and in a relaxed state. The healing meditation will bring about a peaceful feeling to the group, which is conducive to the vibration of spirit. And music will be led by Tim Mauro. The healing that you'll be hearing will be the pyramid of healing lights.
You want meditation music now, right?
Yes. Let the spirit healers come forth, and we ask them to heal us today. Take a nice, deep, relaxing breath. Allow your body to relax. It is time to rejuvenate and to heal. Let any tension release from your body. Take another deep breath and allow your body to relax. Close your eyes and envision a pyramid. This pyramid is made of crystal. All pyramids point up. Have this one point toward you. Think of it pointing right in the middle of your forehead. That is infusing you with light and love. Give yourself a conviction of being adept at whatever you wish and giving you the energy to do it. The pyramid emits a golden light into your forehead. Allow that light to enter your body and fill it up with a bright, glowing golden light. Bring that golden light down your arms and into your hands. With that light flows a gift that turns your hands green, which gives you the rights of laying on of hands and brings about healing and health. Forgive yourself for anything you have done, or things that you think you should have done, did do, or that you didn't do. All you need to do within you is the God within you and the God without. Think of yourself now as a golden light in the dark wilderness. A golden light that gives total and complete sanction and love to so many weary travelers. So many people that have taken up the lance of dislike and fallen on it. Be there for each other and for anyone who needs you. You will not be drained. In your work, in your business, in your everyday life, try to share some of that light. Share the essence of the golden light with every single person. In the supermarket, wherever you go, let it shine. Let the love, the sanction, the tolerance, the forgiveness shine out of you with complete forgiveness and grace. Send it out to those in need today. Let that light shine into every corner of your life. All of our lights become infused together. Our lights spotlight the heavens like the starry night sky. The infinite intelligence sees what we do. It sees what we are becoming. This is our way to show it. Think of warm water coming through the very top of our head, your head. Feel it rinsing. Feel how warm it is. Feel it cleansing, even inside. Getting rid of all of that toxicity, all of that darkness. Rinse it through. Rinse it all the way down your body. Stand there in this warm, wonderful, life-giving force. Warm, comforting. Rinsing over your entire body. Baptizing. Comforting. Feel every part of your body knit and heal. Keep that golden light with you through all your week. Allow yourself to share it with others. Let them see your light. Now, start to bring yourself up with the energy of your spirit. Now, while you guys' eyes are closed, see a bright, white light cocooning you. Imagine it getting brighter and brighter, surrounding your entire body. This white light is your source of protection. Imagine that it is healing you from head to toe. You are safe. You are protected in this light. Love and blessings to all. And when you are ready, you may wake up from this meditation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very lovely music.
Yes.
Tim Mauro will be singing a song for all of us. I'd like to say that Tim Mauro and Lynn, they always sing lovely songs that are very uplifting and healing.
In other words, get up, Tim.
Get up, Tim! Yeah. Almost as healing as my voice.
Almost. There is a place for this sadness. Hold on to love. There is a season for gladness. Hold on to love. When pain and confusion seem endless. Hold on to love. We cultivate healing through kindness. Hold on to love. Hold on to love where hope is found. Hold on to love where joy abounds. Hold on to love where grace and mercy's overflowing. Hold on to love. Terror and fear overwhelm us. Hold on to love. Courage and faith will sustain us. Hold on to love. When violence seeks to destroy us. Hold on to love. Our acts of compassion restore us. Hold on to love. Hold on to love where hope is found. Hold on to love where joy abounds. Hold on to love where grace and mercy's overflowing. Hold on to love. Hold on. When hatred is used to divide us, hold on to love. Wisdom and truth reunite us. Hold on to love. When prejudice poses as freedom, hold on to love. Dignity means all are welcome. Hold on to love. Hold on to love where hope is found. Hold on to love where joy abounds. Hold on to love where grace and mercy's overflowing. love where joy abounds. Hold on to love where grace and mercy's overflowing. Hold on to love. Hold on to love.
Thank you, Tim. We should all remember to hold on to love. That's a very important message. Okay, so we will be, I will be reading from the healing list, and before we do that, we will be doing a tribute to those who have crossed over. And this now concludes the healing service. And the healers are now free to sit, and they are done performing the healing. I'd like to remind each and every one of you guys the healers are trained to become certified commissioned healers and require the minimum of 3 affidavits as part of their requirement. If you received a beneficial healing, we ask that you fill out an affidavit to their benefit, which are available at the end of service. Thank you so very much.
We have 2 speakers for today. Both are members of our church. Lynn will be speaking first, and then our pastor will be speaking. Start off with page 28, Beautiful Isle of Somewhere. Somewhere the sun is shining, somewhere the songbirds dwell. Hushed and I sigh, repining, God lives and all is well. Somewhere, beautiful isle of somewhere, land of where we live anew, beautiful isle of somewhere. Somewhere the day is longer, somewhere the task is done, somewhere the heart is stronger, somewhere the burden won. Somewhere, beautiful isle of somewhere, beautiful you, where we live anew, beautiful isle of somewhere the load is lifted, close by an open gate. Somewhere the clouds are rifted, somewhere the angels wait. Somewhere, beautiful isle of somewhere, land of the new.
Mine is brief before our speaker. I just wanted to connect to help us realize that we're at a Celtic, interesting moment in time. We had Halloween, and we had All Saints' Day or Samhain. The Celtic people who ranged from India to the British Isles believed that the Creator was not just a he, but he and she parts, and that masculine and feminine part, they dance through the seasons. And we're now at a midpoint between the fall equinox, when we bring our harvest of our wishes and dreams to fruition, and the Yule, where the ancient goddess gives birth to her light child at the Yule. And this preceded many of our current traditions, like Christianity, who've chosen those holidays and blended with those early natural traditions. So this is a time when the veil is thin, when the angels and our guides are very close to us. The Sun King has sailed into the land of shadows, and we can go within, we can make wishes, and I wish, actually, at this time of the Celtic moment, I wish for our country many blessings, the release of discord, as we turn within to our spiritual source, closer at this time of year. The ancient religion, for 35,000 years, there was a religion to 50,000 years on earth, and it was still our religion of our Creator, except she was seen as a she, and then a she and a he, and more recently a he, and now we're seeing her and him as he and she. But there's an ancient tradition of celebrating the imagery of both the feminine and the masculine, and at this time of the Celts' New Year, we can celebrate that and connect. We're all, as the Bible said, made in the image and likeness of the divine, and the Celtic people celebrated that. So it's a really great time to feel close to your ancestors and close to that natural wisdom. And I just wanted to share that before we have our pastor speak. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lynn. And now, Reverend Bob.
Well, I'll take a page from Avery. It's like, good morning, family. So thank you.
I love it.
My talk is Lessons from the Afterlife, Part 2, because Part 1 was the last time that I was speaking, so this is a continuation of that. Just to remind you, in case you weren't in that one that I gave a talk at, Sandy and I had attended a Ghost Hunters Expo, and while we were there was an Irma Slage there who was a medium, and she wrote a book on Faces of the Afterlife, which is a collection of all these automatic writings that come from spirit. There's over 100 of them that are in this book. So I could actually, if I wanted to, make this a 4-part series, but I'm not going to do that. So as we go through life, most of our days seem rather insignificant. It's like, but we are reminded this is not true. We learn something new just about every day, no matter how small, how tiny it is. We may be nice one day and assertive the next. Both days are accomplishments. A housewife may not feel that they have affected the world because they stay at home taking care of the family. They don't realize that by doing this, they are doing God's work and focusing on the caring of others. So a housewife might say, yeah, but they're just my kids. It's like, well, kids are individuals too, and they're going to grow up and become members of society based on how you raise them. So that's an important job right there. It's like, you don't have to be president of the United States. I probably shouldn't write that up because the election's coming up. I'm sorry, I take it back. Yeah. I might as well mention, I thought it was kind of interesting, we had our seances weekly with Lisa, who's the medium. And when Spirit came through in trance, I asked the Spirit, he's like, Claire, do you have good days and bad days? He goes, oh yeah. I was like, so what would trigger a bad day? And it's like, well, like your elections. He's like, yeah, okay, I can see that. We all agree with that.
Well, say what I asked.
Yeah. We have the ability to avoid the negatives of life, and if we do, then we should take advantage of that. But if there are lessons to be learned, we will not be able to avoid it. One of the spirits who came through in the book was an Alzheimer's patient. He was trapped in a body which he was not allowed to be free of. That isn't to say that he was always trapped, as he could visit the other side while he stared off into space. I've heard this many times from others, and even with our own mother. He would go out of his body frequently, and no one knew the difference. He regretted having to return each time, but understood the need to do so as a learning experience for his family, and the caregivers as well. When at last he was able to leave his body for the last time, he was grateful. He saw that the family could now be happy again, and he was glad of this. Can you see how that this lesson was also a lesson for the family members, for the caregivers taking care of this person? It wasn't just this one individual. One spirit was a famous singer who always got things his way. This was not the case when he crossed over. And it was not that easy to teach someone who's been pampered on earth. People with money have a powerful influence over others, but since there is no money on the other side, the power goes away. So somebody like that might be on the other side and say, go get me that. It's like, no, go get it yourself. But I have all this money. Oh, good, we needed something to throw in the furnace. Our spirit guides help us along the way of our journey of life. It may not appear so from the outside, but on the inside. The Spirit's influence does change our thinking, and when our time is ended here, we learn just how much they did help us. So again, imagine on the other side, it's like, you guys didn't help me at all. It's like, well, remember this happened? It's like, we were there. Remember when that happened? We were there. Remember this thing over there, this problem you're going to have? But it went away easily? That was because of us. Oh, okay. But we don't realize it while we're here. When spirits see harm that come to their loved ones, they may become angry about it and are unable to help. This is also part of the plan. They need permission to interfere, which doesn't come very often. And so we have to learn being justices firsthand on our own. Many times when a spirit crosses over, in order to completely understand the life that they live, they are charged with an assignment to look after someone on the earth plane who is going through a similar experience. In this way, they can revisit those experiences from a different perspective, understanding the thoughts involved of all the people. Once we have learned enough, we have earned the right to graduate to the next higher level on the other side. I recently heard an account of a man who had died in World War II. He didn't know that he had died, and a guide was slowly explaining how things worked about his new situation. She said, a time will come when he has learned all that he can at this level, and when he yearns to learn more, he will graduate to the next level to continue on his education. A spirit in the book was wealthy and considered of high regard while in life. Now that he is on the other side, he is charged with helping another man in the same situation. This individual serves to cheat others and is counseled subconsciously. Only those that have charted their lives to be taken advantage of by this man are in contact with him. When they leave him, they are angry at what has happened. This man, who is now in spirit, also goes to these victims in their subconscious as they sleep. He knows that when the time comes for him to reincarnate, he will have changed his ways and helped those that he did not help in his past life. A spirit talked of how he did not take care of his family, but only took care of his business life. His wife kept the secret that there was no family life. In his next life on earth, he will have the same family again, only this time he will make amends by taking care of his family. A young man passed into spirit, and he visited his mother, still earthbound. He saw that she was in pain with grief. This created pain within himself, and he could not go on with his spirit life. So can you see how when people are grieving so much for you, it kind of stunts your own growth on the other side? He pleaded with the higher-ups to allow him to be seen by her, but they would not give him permission. 6 months later, they did allow him to come to her in a dream, and she would be allowed to remember it. This shows that we may have any number of messages from Spirit, but are not allowed to remember them in our conscious state. In the dream, he let her know that he was fine, he was happy, and not to worry. When she awoke, he could tell that he remembered because she was crying tears of joy. One spirit has learned that in the next life, he will be abused as a child until the Child Protective Services are able to remove him and put him with a loving family. This shows how our lives are planned out before we even arrive in the incarnated side. This is an experience that he must participate in because he has never experienced it before in any previous life. This suggests evidence that we do reincarnate. We can't learn our lessons from files alone. We must live out these lessons, and that is why we come back to Earth again and again. Some people are happy to reincarnate, and others are not so much, depending on the difficulty of the next incarnation. When my own mother was diagnosed with dementia, her difficulties got worse and worse. Some members of her family went to seek out a psychic medium who told them that this was planned. A recently departed man was assigned to watch a family man on Earth hurt the ones that he loved. He was sad to have to witness these events unfold because it was a similar life that he had lived while he was on the Earth. By learning from these events, he knows that in his next life, he will do better. The pain he sees is just for knowledge and not to be consumed with guilt. This will stop regression. The man on Earth is destined to create harm that will not change because it is what is intended for the benefit of all involved. The ripples of his actions go out to people that are even just passing by. Such chance acquaintances seem to be of no consequence, but we are told they are just as important. An example in my own life, just recently, I became a member of Costco. And so this is the first time I'm shopping at Costco, and I'm with my mouth open, just looking over here, looking over there. And there was a man that he worked there, and he was stacking some stuff up. And there was a customer standing next to him, and he's telling him, hey, he's like, I bought this thing that was only 16 bucks, last time I was here, now it's 18 something. It's like, why? Why are you guys raising your prices? And you're not paying any attention to me. And I just felt sorry for this guy who's working. He's just trying to do his job. This guy's complaining to him. He's complaining to the wrong person. So I was just passing by, so I was not involved in that, but I overheard the conversation. I felt so sorry for the guy that was working. In the beginning of our existence, we are all as one because we all had the same experience coming into existence. As we progressed, our unique experiences made us different from each other. The diversity of our experiences made us even more unique from each other. A time will come when our diversities begin to merge as experiences become less unique. More and more spirits will be exposed to similar events until we start to become one again. A woman coming from an earth life had now to watch over a woman who, out of fear, will not leave her home. I think they call that agoraphobia. Her own life experience is very close to that of the woman that she used to watch. She suddenly realized that she was off track. She had to learn to let go. What she saw happen to the other woman had nothing to do with her. She had to withdraw from this trap. She is to watch 20 more people in this similar situation and then be evaluated to see if she can proceed to her next life on Earth. One in which she will be in contact with a lot of people on the outside of her home. And I wanted to share these stories with you to show that we are all progressing. Our pains turn into a positive. We can then guide others from a place of wisdom. We are not scarred for all of eternity. We rise above it. In our seance sessions, one of Lisa's guides talked about being killed in a train accident. His attitude about it was no big deal. As an example from the book was given on how spirits are sometimes allowed to interfere in order to create a greater good. One spirit was charged with guiding a girl who was in a depressed state. She wouldn't even tell her mother about her feelings. Night after night, the spirit had discussions with her in her subconscious while she slept, trying to point out the positives of her life. If only she could remember these conversations, it would make the spirit's job easier. Finally, the spirit was allowed to influence the mother to go upstairs to her daughter's room as she slept. The mother put a blanket over her and then noticed that she was crying. This interaction would not have occurred except for the spirit's influence. Now the daughter was forced to say something, but didn't know what to say. So the spirit infused her with the words to say that she didn't even realize was happening. It was from that the mother realized that she was not spending enough time with her children and quit her job to do something more local, giving more time to be available to her kids. Spirit is usually not allowed to interfere in this way, but because lessons needed to be learned, because some of the lessons needed to be fixed, she was allowed to interfere. By quitting her job, it was filled by another to learn their lessons from those interactions in that job. This is something that we rarely think about when we leave a job. It will be filled by another who will be learning that position that we have vacated. Just as we get hired to fill a position that someone else has left, there are plenty of opportunities to go around one way or another. It also happens in families as parents retire and their children take up the calling of parenting skills. And when we pass, we can take up jobs on the other side that other spirits have graduated from. So this is just a talk to let you know that things continue evolving. There is a plan for the way things have worked. So I wanted to thank you.
I'd like to thank both of our speakers today. Both of them were very interesting. We now ask for donations to our church collection basket. This money goes towards the rent and any other expenses that we may have. Charles, you're going to?
Yeah.
The speakers, Infinite Spirit, we accept these gifts of love to help us in the continuation of spiritualism. We ask your blessings upon the gift and the givers who seek to assist us in this church. In the name of love, amen. Thank you. Well, the speaker for the next service is me. If everything goes okay, my health holds, it will be me. We would like you to join our church. Our membership is very easy. We have a form in the back. We have the books and literature at the back table. Remember, you can borrow one for 6 months. We also have a seance will be coming up soon. I think it's November the 9th. And there are mediumship circle classes, which are now in progress. I will be starting another group probably at the beginning of January. So if you want, please let me know. Bob is really getting things ready. We have a Christmas potluck coming up, so please put your what you would like to bring and your telephone number, because we don't want to find that we have 5 people bringing lasagna. Also,
20 lasagnas.
we don't mind. We don't eat cheese. There's going to be a Soul Search Enlightenment Expo at in Santa Clara over the November 9th and 10th, and they have a little square here that you just click, and that you'll be able to get into that. Today, Yes, Lynn?
Well, the San Andreas Regional Center in South San Jose that serves people with disabilities is having an arts and craft day, and it's really fun. It's a good cause, and it's on November 19th.
Why don't you give that to, if you find these little things, let Bob know so he can put them in the newsletter, because I'm sure we would reach more people that way than we do here.
I have something else.
And he has lots of messages for you.
Lots of little messages. Because I also wanted to share with you a couple things I thought was interesting. When we had our last service, there was a new song that I played. It's Smile. Something. I think it was Smile. When I put it up on YouTube, YouTube was taking forever and ever and ever to check, because it's checking for copyrights. Well, it's not copyrighted, but it was checking forever and ever and ever. Usually it takes about 5 or 10 minutes, and then little things keep going around, checking. Well, I ended up leaving it. I turned on the TVs, watched the news, stuff like that. After 3 hours, I went back checking. So okay, so I stopped and I went to bed. The next day, I cut the song out, put it back up on YouTube, passed with flying colors. So I guess because it's a new song, I didn't know how to handle it. It's like, we can't find where the copyright is. So I just wanted to share that with you. So it's all cut out of the YouTube service. We also had Halloween, and there's some houses that decorate stuff, and there's a house I passed by, and some of them have motion detection things, so as soon as you walk by, they start moving and stuff. One was a big pumpkin head thing. It's kind of like this with a big giant pumpkin head. I walked by, and he started moving, and he started speaking in Spanish, which I thought was kind of funny. I don't know Spanish, but he's speaking in Spanish, and he sounds very spooky the way he says it. But one of the things I've learned is it doesn't matter what language you're in, moaning is universal. They always do the moaning thing. And again, with the Christmas potluck, that's going to be happening on December 15th. And so we'll be putting out a flyer for it. So think of what you would like to bring. We had it last year, and we had one outlet in that room to use, so we couldn't really heat anything. And I made lasagna. Oh, yes, John.
Where is it? Is it?
Yeah, it'll be here following service. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll have the room for a couple hours.
Bring an
longer.
extension cord.
Yeah. Well, we have other outlets, so I'm not sure that they work in this room. But I made a lasagna, and I made sure to bake it in the morning before I left to come over here. So it's nice and hot. Put tinfoil over, brought it over here. After the service was time to eat, it's cold. I was like, oh man. So I was kind of surprised at that. But we have more outlets that are usable this time around. So if you're thinking about that, I want to bring that up. Let's see, November 9th is our public seance that we're going to be having. The next one, we have one person that's already signed up for it. I wanted to bring up something else. I get a newsletter from Kim Commando, and it's usually all this high-tech stuff, and a lot of it has to do with cybersecurity and scams and stuff. And she writes, my friend Carrie was about to have heart surgery, so I Googled heart surgery repair for a friend, hoping to find an image featuring a prayer to text to him. Instead, I got Google's AI lecturing me about how prayer has no effect on heart surgery patients or could even lead to further complications. So this is just a reminder, artificial intelligence is not spiritual. So I wanted to bring that up. And then I wanted to end with a little joke. It turns out there's some, I think the Dead Sea Scrolls, they found something that Jesus had said during the Last Supper that they didn't know about before. He told all his disciples at the table, if you want to be in the picture, you have to be on this side of the table. So I just wanted to share that. I thought it was cute. Thank you.
I had a similar experience with that. I was looking up this one fellow and his career on television, and the next thing it said that he was married and had 4 children, and he wasn't married and he didn't have 4 children. But the next thing that came up was AI, and they took it to the Bible, and they were telling me about, was it one of the prophets and the 4 named and his 4 children, and it just went, like, hey, I wrote them a note saying, hey, something's wrong here. Well, it is now time for our spirit messages. We request that you remain seated and not move around too much. If you get up, please be quiet and move to the rear of the room. Do not go between the person that is being read and the medium, because this disrupts the connection and can be very disastrous for the medium. If you receive an evidential message, please fill out an affidavit, as our student mediums are required to obtain 3. And currently, we have Lynn and Robert, who are student mediums. Our mediums today will be Lynn will read, Robert, myself, and Avery. So, Lynn, would you like to start off?
Sometimes the message for one can be the message for all. So we open ourselves to our angels, through our Creator. May I come to you?
Yes.
You could open your hands. That helps me. Okay. Can you just say your name? I feel a lot of loving energy coming through you, and you should never underestimate your power of healing, because it comes from love. And you really feel empathy for the person for whom you're channeling the healing. And Spirit honors you for the loving quality, reminding you that you did have that past lifetime when Jesus was African. He was Hermes in Nubia land. And you were close to him then and supported him. Even when he came back into Egypt, you were there at his side. And so you've been given many gifts of healing from that life.
Thank you.
May I come to you? Okay. Can you just say your first name? I know. Yeah. I feel in spirit a lot of feminine energy. It's real soft. It seems for more than one source, and it's trying to bring comfort through you to someone else, and especially. So it is feminine guiding energy, and I feel the souls are not long departed. They are on the other side, but they haven't been there a long, long time. And they're asking if they can use you in this way. They want to know if you can be a channel of the love and the healing and the guidance. And so you're going to find, as you say yes to them, many times you'll be with someone. You may even say, I feel an impression from the angels, may I share? This is something they want from you. And it's more than one. When they're all around you, I'd say 4 to 5. Yeah. But I can't always tell, and very soft colors. May I come to you? Okay, if you could uncross your hands and say your name, please. They're moving toward the third eye center, so that tells me in another life that you had psychic ability and ability to focus through clairvoyance. So you have these gifts yourself, and when you intend something and you hold it strongly in your mind for someone, it often comes true. So they really like the way that you can focus angelic energy and intention and help someone. So if we need a prayer and an intention held, we have to ask Michelle, because she has that gift, and that really helps us. May I come to you? They're saying that a lot of the karma you had from another lifetime, which was finishing with groups and organizations, to look back and realize you were in the completion cycle. You're no longer in that cycle now. That was to finish, because you have been a spiritual leader, you have had groups before, and any of us, when we're in a high place, we can make mistakes. you know, and you met all that, and it feels like now your own work with astrology, books yet unpublished, keeping a loving discourse on the internet, knowing that there are a lot who are hurting now, and always they're asking you, lead with compassion along with knowledge, but put the compassion first. If I were to walk in his or her shoes, how would I feel? And that will open up those that are reading and gaining your insight to the wealth of information that you have. So, thank you.
Thank you, Lynn.
You're welcome.
Robert?
It's me again. Okay. Well, I know hasn't been here before, so can I come to you?
Go ahead.
Okay. I see you as a strong person, like a pillar. It's like you just stand there. It's like nobody can knock you over. I do. I see like this big pillar, and it's like somebody's trying to push it over. They put ropes over it, pull horses on it. They can't knock you over. You believe what you believe, and nobody can sway you from your belief. Okay. Can we have someone step forward for evidential leadership? I saw someone with a Chinese hat, you know, with those big round hats. I see someone with a Chinese hat. Okay, anything more? I'm getting Chinese. It's like now I'm seeing the cuffs with the big long sleeves with the wide openings. Some kind of martial arts, a religious belief like Shaolin, something like that. Symbolism from the Asian cultures. I keep getting this, a taste of this. Any messages? Okay, now I'm seeing a fortune cookie. It's being broken open. Piece of paper's coming out. What is the message? I'm having a hard time reading the words that are on there. You're being blessed, because there's the words blessed in there. Blessed are those. I think it's about your beliefs. It's blessed are those that stand for themselves or stand for their beliefs. It's like, does any of that make sense to you?
The pillar stuff does.
Yeah, okay.
But I mean, I'm not Chinese, so like I don't really resonate with it.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, because it definitely went the way of the Chinese.
Yeah,
So it could be a spirit guide.
But, you know, the pictures and pillar stuff standing for your beliefs.
Yes.
I've been doing that a lot over the last few years. So yeah.
Okay. So could I have one of the spirit guides come forward to identify themselves? One of your guides is Chinese. One of your guys, I even saw like the Fu Manchu mustache for a moment. So, okay, so I'll have to leave you with that. Okay, okay. Can I come to you?
Yes.
Okay. Purple is the highest spiritualist color, and I see it under your shirt, but you're wearing all this black, like you're trying to hide it. Like you're trying to hide it, but it's within you. It's like you can't hide it from yourself. So you're a very spiritual person. I'm getting a leaking over from Brian, because now I'm seeing incense, burning incense. Okay, anything else? You seem a little shy about that spiritualism of yours, the highest level of spiritualism. You seem kind of shy about it, a little timid about it. You need to stand up. You need to rub off, stand up, be a pillar. It's interesting that you're sitting next to him. Let his energy rub off on you so that you're more confident. You are who you are. That's the message that I'm getting. Okay. Mm-hmm. Can I come to you, please? Okay. Well, we know you have your gift for music. You love your music. You love sharing it with us. You're encouraged from the spirit world to keep doing this. There are spirits behind you that are backing you up. They're helping infuse you with the musical talent that you have to keep that going. There are some pats on your back. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. So I've seen there was these people that were behind you, vaguely, I could see them behind you, and then there's like a child that's off to the side. It's like alone. It's like this child's in need to hear your music. And it's like you can bring this child to you, went through the music. I see musical notes that when you play your instrument, musical notes are flowing over this child to help wake this child up out of her depression. To heal. Your music heals. Your music heals. I think that's the message. You okay? Okay, good. That's the message for you. Can I come to you, please? I said you were startled by that. I can see that the Warren is standing behind you, but he's further back. He's more distant, but he's there. It's like a hands-off kind of situation where he's just monitoring you, watching what you're doing. Like a distant protector. He stepped back so that he's not interfering, but he's still there. He doesn't have to approach you because you're getting help anyway. It's just overseeing. He's overseeing, making sure that things are going right. Because you have help from your daughter. He's just witnessing it. He just wants you to know he's there, he's witnessing. He sees you're there. And he sends blessings to you. Anything else? He's ushering someone else to come forward. There's another spirit guide. It's like bringing someone forward to let them be recognized. I can hardly see this person. There's another person with you. Is this family or spirit guide? I think this is family. This is someone from your family. A woman. Anything else? She was a small woman. She was a short woman. There was somebody that brought forward. But she's there too. But she's even more distant than Warren is. She's kind of shy to come up, so he's encouraging her. But there is someone else there in your family that's watching out over you. But she seems like a more petite woman. Any further identity? No, I'm not getting anything else. So you have to think about that. See who that might be. One of your relatives. Okay, that's the message that I have. So thank you. Thank you.
Good morning again. Can I come to you, please? As I was sitting here, I was being shown that there's going to be an exchange. One puppy is going to be leaving, and you're going to be getting another one. It's not a sad occasion, but it's just, you're going to be getting another one. I will leave it at that. They're very pleased with you, and you know that you have several Indians, American Indians, you know, making a circle around you, and one of them is very funny, and he's telling me that these little things, they're not good for hunting dogs. Better for catching mice or rats, but not for a hunting dog. He likes big dogs to go hunting with. And he's saying that in time, you may be open to getting a larger dog into your environment. He says, you are the person. It will just sort of show up for you. And this will be very good for you, and it will be good for your household, because he said sometimes it's too quiet. Sometimes it's too quiet there. Let me come into your rate of vibration, please. As I was sitting here, I was being shown that you were sort of rubbing one of your legs as if you sprained your ankle or something, and you were limping. I would caution you to watch where you're walking, and I would also caution you to please look where you're going. Sometimes we walk into situations that we think we're okay, and then all of a sudden something is off. Well, there's a situation like that around you at the present time. I want to go to people at a home or a place at a distance, and this may come back to you. Be careful. Remember, children have to solve their own problems. We can't solve them all. And I'm going to leave that with you. The lady who is standing in the back, can I hear your voice? Sorry. Uncross, please. Thank you very much. As I come into your rate of vibration, there are two ladies from the mother's side of the house. They come very close, so I feel that they're sisters more than mother and child. I feel that one is from a motherly rate of vibration, but when they were on the earth plane, people thought they were sisters rather than mother and daughter, something like that, or I'm being shown a picture of a lady about, this tall. She has black hair, and like in the 60s and 70s, we all had our hair up in curlers at night. Well, this is how this lady is showing herself to me. And she's telling me that she always liked to have her hair perfect, curled perfect. She wants you to sort of get into this idea of having some, I want to say, perfection with your clothes, so that she loved everything to match. She likes the way you do things, but she just like a little more effort put into this. Are you able to recognize these two ladies? Well, they belong to you, and I'm going to leave them with you. Robert, let me come into your rate of vibration.
Thank you.
One of my guides has been standing with me, and he keeps whispering too much information, too much information. I feel that it is a caution for you to be careful with the amount of information that you are giving out. You may feel that it is innocuous, but other people may take the wrong idea, the wrong idea, and turn it into something that it is not. This is one of my guides who is from ancient Rome, and he was writing books, and he said he was very careful. He said that sometimes he would write, and that he didn't understand how people could interpret things that way. So this is a caution for you in your writing, and I'm going to leave that with you. Let me come into your rate of vibration.
Thank you.
I see you putting on new shoes and new clothes. You've been wearing all the same show clothes and same shoes for quite a long time. Well, it's time for you to move on and to move out and more into the world, where you'll be able to, I want to say, enjoy it this time. My guide is telling me there's nothing to fear. You're a very strong person. You can walk out, you can make your own life. You're on the path to do this, and they're very pleased with this. They want you to be careful. They always do. And you always are. But some people may not understand what you're doing or what you're saying. So I'm going to leave that with you.
Thank you.
I'd like to speak again to Robert. Please make sure the room is sealed before you start on. There have been instances where there have been breaks. So make sure the room is sealed before you begin.
Well, thank you.
Okay. I have a message for you, but I can give it to you afterwards. Thank you. Avery?
Yes. Oh boy.
Good morning, family.
Good morning.
It's always an honor, a blessing, and a pleasure to serve Spirit. How you doing? Good. Your spirit guides are actually pulling me right to you. I've been pulled all over. Yeah? Yeah, definitely. I want to step into your mother's rate of vibration with you. And actually, she's wearing a very lovely dress, as a matter of fact. She's standing there. Her dress is pink, and she's wearing roses all over her dress. Would you understand that? She loved roses, and the color rose is pink, as a matter of fact. And it's almost like she's dancing, okay? This is what she's showing me, she's dancing. And I'm actually getting the chills. And she has her left hand on her head, okay? She's showing me that you've been having a lot of tension and a lot of anxiety, and I want to show that what she keeps showing me is that you have your hand on your head and you're doing this and you're squeezing your eyes. Does that make sense? Because I want to say that you've been feeling very overwhelmed. Okay, there's been something that you've been feeling very overwhelmed about. Okay? But I want to say that you need to take a little bit of a break. You haven't been giving yourself any kind of breaks. Does that make sense? You've been holding too hard. I'm going to say it's a pencil. You've been holding on too hard to a pencil, or some kind of writing thing, and you need to just drop it, and you need to kind of take a break. And your eyes are getting very heavy and very tired, and this is what you're showing me. You got to take a break, and it's okay to take a break. Okay, take a little bit of a breather. You're showing me your backyard, and your backyard has these beautiful. It's sort of like a semi-garden, and you should pay more attention to your garden. I don't want to say that you're manipulating your garden, but you've been kind of manipulating it. You haven't been out there. You should smell the flowers out there. Okay, these are just the things that your mother is showing, and she's smiling. She's very proud of you. She loves you. And then the other thing that I'm being shown is that she's pushing you, okay? She wants to push you because you've also not been, I'm seeing that you've been doing other things with Tim, okay? Going out and doing these events where you guys are singing, but you're not going out for yourself, if that also makes sense, okay? Not going out for yourself, not doing things for yourself, okay? That's what she is showing me. And as she shows me this, she's nodding her head. She's going, yep. Okay? You gotta do things for yourself. Take care of yourself. Love and blessings to you. God bless. Okay? Forgetting names, but when I get up here, I don't remember names. I'm gonna go to the girl in the rear back. I'm so sorry, I forgot your name. Forgive me. Good to see you. As I step into your rate of vibration, there are children. There are spirit children behind you. They're not playing Ring Around the Rosie, but what they're doing is this. They're like all in circles and they're like spinning around you. Okay, and they have a whole lot of energy, and they're I'm trying to figure. They are rooting for you. Okay, they're rooting for you, and they want you to go forward. I feel like this will be the next chapter of your life in your career. And now I'm being shown a piece of paper. A piece of paper that I don't know if you've actually received as of recent. It means that you have that you are on to your next step in your career as of, I don't know, teaching or something like this. But move forward with that. I feel like I see a lot of butterflies, which to me resembles a lot of nervousness, but that's a really good thing. Move forward. Go with it. And they too are also kind of nudging you, saying, go, go, go. They're going to be with you. These are your children guides. These are your guides that's going to help you get through this with you. Let go of that doubt. Okay? Because I feel like there's a little bit of doubt there. Okay, let go of that doubt. You can do this, okay? And I heard in my ear, in my clear audience, like junior high school. I don't know why I heard that, but I heard like junior high school. I don't know. Could be hearing that wrong, but anyhow, go with it, okay? Huh? Thank you. You're very welcome. Love and blessings to you. God bless you. And then next, I want to step into your rate of vibration. Yes. Why am I forgetting names? I'm so sorry. As I step into your rate of vibration, you're also moving into another chapter, because as I'm looking at you, I'm seeing a book, and the book is changing pages. Okay, and as it changes pages, I see chapters yet again. Okay, it's a new chapter. But what you need to do is kind of slow down a little bit. Okay. Money is falling. Money is definitely falling. I feel like it's going to be raining down. Okay, and it's something that you've been waiting for, wanting, and it will be coming into your lap. But it just they want you to kind of slow down and just kind of trust in me and trust in the process. And this is just things that I'm getting from the Spirit. Okay, and everything is going to be okay for you. Love and blessings to you. God bless. And I only give what I get, okay? We're going to close it now? Okay, perfect. Thank you all, everybody. Thanks you for letting me read.
Sandy would be closing the service, but apparently she's coughing because she got over flu. She did really good coming over here. She didn't cough at all, so she's just recovered from that. So I hope she's feeling a little better out there. I would like to close this service with the benediction. Though God of peace, before we part, send some kind angel to each heart. Lead us, we pray, with loving hand until we reach the summer land. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you for the donations, and we'll see you next time, which is going to be when? Yeah, I should probably tell you when that's going to be. It's going to be in 2 Sundays, and that's going to be the 17th, November 17th, and Sandy's going to be speaking. So thank you. Yay.